Hello guys and welcome to my video. So today I'm doing something I've been talking about that I do for a very long time, and it's review Troye Sivan's new album, Bloom. And tonight for the first time I actually listened to it, and it's I'll save my review for the end, but without further ado, let's just get right into it. And the first track, it's called 17, and
I got these beliefs that I think you wanna break. But just like any other, we can do whatever you. Taking in the sights and
it's a nice, smooth, sultry opener. It actually, like, his sound reminds me of the Blue Neighborhood album a little bit, and it's a really nice opener. Some of my favorite lines were where he's like, "Boy becomes a man now. I went out looking for love when I was 17. Maybe I was a little too young, but it was real to me." And I think a lot of times people try to diminish love when you're young, but I think in those teenage years, the love that you experience is probably the most intense and strongest. So I love this track. I'm sure like anyone can relate to it, just being young, unless you're still in it. It's a really nice track. I said that it's a great opener. It it's just a nice pop track. The next track that we're going on to, it's called. I'm sure everyone knows this track because this actually was the lead single. This actually was the lead single, and it was not my favorite track upon first hearing it, but it grew on me. Just skip to that.
oh my, I die every night with you.
All summer at the clubs, like that drop, nothing can compare to it.
Oh my, living for your every move. Spark up.
Yeah, nothing can compare to that. I actually don't think I've ever heard a track that sounds like this, and it's so different, and it's such a risk that but it works. Like it took me about two or three listens, and then actually, it's not as effective when you listen to it alone, but when you're with your friends and you're in a club setting, like it just drops, and yeah, I can't explain it any other way. It's a fantastic track. The next track that we're going on to actually was also another single, and this was probably my favorite single, even after I knew the meaning of it, which I'm not going to discuss because I don't think he confirmed the meaning of it. And this is the good side.
I got the good side of life. Traveled the universe twice.
Okay, and my favorite line is, "But I sympathize and I recognize, and baby, I apologize." Like, there's no other way you can apologize and make it sound sweeter than that. Like, it's like an anti-breakup apology song, and it's so sweet it makes you fall in love and get your heart broken times two. Like the first night I heard this, I just listened to it on repeat over and over and over, trying to decipher what he was talking about, and eventually I found out, and I just love the track. I think it's everything that I need in a pop track. The next track that we're going on to is called Bloom, and this is actually the title track. And I think that this is actually a great, like, most title tracks don't hit the mark, but this title track, it does that.
Take a trip into my garden. I've got so much to show you. The fountains and the water. Yeah, I know I come just for you. Just for you.
And it actually has a bit of the thing that Oh My does with the drop, but it's not as intense or as heavy. And my favorite line is, And boy, I'll meet you right there. We'll ride the roller coaster. I can't even say it without singing it because the track is just so. It's like ingrained in my soul. Even though I haven't heard it that many times, I do think it is on my playlist. I wrote that it's sweet, pop, and beat heavy. And he hits the mark as he blooms on this track. And I know it's about doing that, but I love it. I think the track is just. I don't love that, but I love this track. And the next track tonight was actually the very first time I heard this track, and it's called Postcard featuring Gordy. And Gordy is a pop artist. I think she's a woman, and yeah, let's just listen to it. My favorite line is actually how it opens, and let me see if I can find that.
I sent you a postcard from Tokyo, baby. You never picked it up.
And okay, let's keep listening.
I even wrote it in Japanese, baby. You didn't give a fuck.
This song is an emotional trip, and it's so personal. And Troy and Gordy's voices, they over over the piano, it's just so understated, and yet so effective and powerful at the same time. I think that this track, it's like a turning point of the album. Like you can feel that you just become immersed into Troy's vision and his world and what he wanted you to feel with this album, and I love it. I think this track is so good. And now we're coming on to probably my favorite, second favorite track. Oh God, I love this track. This this was actually one of my favorite tracks this summer. Like I listened to it all summer long, and I danced repeatedly to this track. I worked out to this track. This track was just everywhere on my playlist all summer. Why is it not playing?
Just put on the radio. You know what I wanna do. We can just dance to this. Don't take much to start me. We can just dance to this. Push up on my body. You know we already seen our love.
I love everything about this track. I wrote, it's pop dance at its peak. There's not a flaw that I can notice in this track. The production, it takes you exactly where you need to be and what you need to feel, and their voices complement each other so well. For me personally, I think this track is 10 out of 10. Like, yeah, I don't even have to question that. From the very first time I heard it, I just knew it was it. But I actually didn't hear it. I saw it with the visuals, and maybe the visuals amplified it for me. But I love this track so much. The next track that we're going on to, it's my least favorite track, and it's called Plum. And I don't know why I wrote that this was my least favorite track, but let's take a listen.
Watching you sleep. Run my hands through your hair and it's got me thinking what you mean to me. You can sleep. You've been keeping me up and I'm got so long. Baby, we're barely on.
I didn't give it a bad rating. I just said that it's my least favorite track on the album. I wrote my favorite lines was maybe our time has come, maybe we're overgrown. And he's talking about how fruits go sour eventually. And I wrote it's a very Troyous track. Like it's very Troy, and that's what you'd expect from him. The bridge improves the track. It's kind of a filler. Yeah, it's a filler. That's what I wrote, but it's a decent track. I just don't want to see it be made into a single because there are stronger tracks. Um, the next track that we're going on to, it has a beautiful name. It's called "What Heavenly Way to Die," And let's take a listen.
Time I wanna spend with you. I wanna be with you. I wanna spend.
It's such a beautiful love song. Like, you just want to listen to it in bed with your lover and fall in love with them over and over again. It's a smooth pop track with equal weighting on the beats and the voices, so it's kind of has like an 80s vibe going, and it's just so distinct and different from anything you can hear currently on the radio. And I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic. I need to learn more adjectives. Like, I think it's superb. It's splendid. Yeah, it's just a really good track. Like, it just makes me want to disappear into happiness and love. This next track is this is like up there for my top favorites with Dance to This. Does it end the good side? Because this is a really strong pop track. Just take a listen. Sorry.
I wanna know just how to love you, Jewel of California.
Let me just skip to.
Tell me all the ways to love you. I wanna tiptoe through your bliss, boy. Get lost the more I find.
It's a hit of dopamine higher than I've ever been. He knows how to love me better. This track, it actually gives me chills. It's such a radio-friendly gay anthem. It's reminiscent of that Katy Perry Teenage Dream song, not the album, the song, Teenage Dream. It's just so damn good. The next track we're going on to is actually the final track. Wow, I can't believe we're at the end already. And it's called Animal. It takes a while to start.
Time, we'll build a home for two. I want you all to myself. Don't leave none for nobody.
That's my favorite line. I want you all to myself, don't leave none for nobody else. This track is so simple yet potent. I feel like all of his tracks are just so, not really simple, but it's just his voice and a beat. Like some artists try to do all of these gymnastics, and he's just him, and it's so refreshing and pure and genuine and real and raw, and I love it. This album, I wrote this album as a late summer cure to what I was missing all summer. Like, this is what I wish it came earlier in the summer, and it's a never-ending high point. And Troye keeps the fillers to a minimum with that one Plum song, and it cements his status as a pop star over club-ready and radio-friendly songs, while he never loses his signature style. And it's exciting to see how he'll visualize all these songs. Especially, I really want Lucky Strike to be a single. Well, Dance to This already is a single. And what else do I really like? I really enjoyed Lucky Strike, Animal, Dance to This, The Good Side. Yeah, those are my top faves. Then I like Bloom and a few others, but those tracks that I just called out, I really want them to have videos. Dance to This already has one, but yeah. Okay, so this is time for the big reveal. This is the final rating that I'm giving the album, and it's an 85 out of 100, which is really good. I wish it was like in the 90s, because I think that this album deserves that. It's just, I think the 10 tracks, this is a perfect length. And overall, I think it's a near perfect. I think I wrote that. I think I wrote it's a near, almost perfect instant classic album, and I'm excited to hear it over and over again. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing this in my car all week long. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I do not know if any new albums are singles were coming out. I do know that the Mariah song drops today, but aside from that, I'll see you guys next time when I decide to review something. So thanks for watching. Bye.